Okay, this piece of paper I just found like a couple of months ago. I think I wrote it when I was in 8th grade. I have no idea I even had this anymore, but the teacher asked us to write some sort of essay on what we would do if we only had a month to live, like if we had AIDS or something. So here's what I wrote. The first thing that I'd do is find someone who could take me skydiving, and I'd do that a couple of times. Then I'd go to Europe to some huge mountain where I could go helicopter skiing in waist-high powder. I'd also go cliff jumping off lots of huge 40-foot cliffs and land in a nice soft powder. Then somewhere I'd get someone to teach me how to hang glide, and I'd do that for a while. There are probably many other things I'd do, but right now I can't think of them, and up to my death I would just keep doing fun things. And then the teacher writes, okay, tell me though, knowing that you don't have AIDS, will you do all those things anyway?
Over the past 6 years, we skied off huge cliffs all over the world together. Part of the allure of ski basing was skiing in places no other human can, by skiing what Shane called the closeout line, the line that doesn't go. But our main motivation was to fly, simply because that is the most amazing feeling in the world.
He's kicking his feet now.
I went first, and after 15 years of friendship, from chasing Shane around the mountain as a kid, to traveling the world and experiencing the most incredible things we could imagine, I skied away from my best friend without saying a single final word. I landed and immediately went to watch Shane, but he'd already gone.
Oh yeah, another wingsuit ski base. Here we go.
Shane had skied off and done a smooth double back, but for some reason he couldn't get free of his skis. He fought to get them off, and he did, but there was no time left.
I think in all sports, as metaphors for life, there's icons. There's people that just shift the way people think.
If you die base jumping, it is your own fault. It is your own mistakes that makes that happen.
Do you think about it? I mean, when you're up there on the top of the mountain, you're getting ready to go, and you all shake hands and say, do you think about the possibility?
But we don't think like, oh, no, I might not see you again. I better say goodbye. Give me a kiss. Let's do this.
That never enters your mind. No. Come on.
If you do crash when you're flying your wingsuit, you're going to die. Nobody lives through that. You're just going too fast. Yeah, I do dangerous things.
He and his friend Shane McConkey were the first to ski off mountains wearing their wingsuits. Then they jettisoned their skis so they could fly down the mountain.
You lost a good friend recently.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Shane.
Uh-huh.
He was supposed to be with us here.
Yeah, he was. We planned this trip to meet up with you guys. Then I took off to Europe. That was when he died.
You were with him?
Yep.
Shane crashed in Italy because he was unable to release his ski bindings quickly enough so he could begin flying.
How did it affect you?
It saddened me deeply. You know, I miss my friend.
Did it make you think about quitting?
Yeah.
But you did?
No. No, I didn't quit. At least I haven't quit yet.
Love you, man.
Where we going?
We're gonna go celebrate Shane's life right now in Squaw Valley in Shane McConkey fashion. So fired up that Chuck Berry made it all the way to New Zealand to help celebrate Shane's life.
It's more time learning out in the water. Floating in the sea amongst lumps of swell, we'll always learn something. She's been a lifelong wise old classroom teacher of sorts, and hopefully always will be. Buried beneath headlands, shaping the coast, mind-blowing images of empty waves burn away at me. Solid ocean swells powering through deep, cold water. Heavy waves with weight. Coax from comfortable routine, ignite the imagination, convey some divine spark, whisper possibilities, conjure the situations I thrive amongst and love to document. We all take knocks in the process. Broken backs, drownings, near drownings, hypothermia, dislocations, fractures, frostbite, head wounds, stitches, concussions, broke my arm, and that's just the last couple of years. Still look forward to getting amongst it each winter though. Cold creeping into your core, driving you mad day after day. Mumbling to yourself while you hold position and wait for the next set to come. The dark side of the lens, an art form unto itself and us. Silent workhorses of the surfing world. There's no sugary cliche. Most folk don't even know who we are, what we do or how we do it, let alone want to pay us for it. I never want to take this for granted, so I try and keep motivation simple, real and positive. If I only scrape a living, at least it's a living worth scraping. If there's no future in it, at least it's a present worth remembering. Fires of happiness and waves of gratitude for everything that brought us to that point on earth at that moment in time, to do something worth remembering with a photograph or a scar. I feel genuinely lucky to hand on heart say I love doing what I do, and though I may never be a rich man, if I live long enough I'll certainly have a tale or two for the nephews, and I dig the thought of that. I think you end up feeling scared a lot because you're in an environment that's totally beyond your control. If there was no fear involved in going in the sea, it wouldn't be half as much fun most of the time. You learn good lessons for life in general from putting yourself in those situations, really. Can't help but be humbled by that. I think it's good for you. It's good for you to be taken out of thinking you're in control of your life and put into a situation where you're not, and learn to be okay with that kind of thing.
Here, Alex Honnold is 2,600 feet above the Yosemite Valley floor, trying to haul himself up the slippery granite wall of Sentinel. He's so high, he disappears into the mountain. Alex moves seamlessly across a section of flaky, unstable rock, pausing to dry a sweaty hand in his bag of chalk. There's nothing but him, the wall, and the wind. He's up here without ropes or a safety harness. All he has is a pair of rubber climbing shoes. This is what climbers call free soloing, and it's so dangerous that less than 1% of people who climb attempt it. He's the only person known to have free soloed the northwest face of Half Dome. What do you consider Alex's greatest achievements to date?
That he's still alive. If you look at the past, people that have made a real habit of soloing, you know, at least half of them are dead. Yeah.
Sometimes when other climbers hear what you've been doing, they say it's unsustainable, which really is their code for, you know, you can't keep doing this and stay alive.
It's not like I'm just pushing and pushing and pushing until something terrible happens. I mean, I don't know, I don't look at it with that perspective, but maybe that's why it's dangerous for me. You know, maybe I'm too close to it and I can't tell that I'm speeding towards a cliff. I mean, I don't think that I will continue to do this forever, but I don't think that I'll stop because of all the risk and all that. I think I'll stop because I'll just lose the love for it.
Mike Rutson is looking for a great white shark he can swim with. That's right, swim with. Before he gets in the water, he needs to find a great white that's both calm and curious, a shark he refers to as a player.
It's a player.
What's a player? Well, a player is basically the shark that's so relaxed, has a nice personality, woke up on the right side of the reef. And
on the right side of the reef?
Yeah. And the animal's willing to interact with us. It's so curious.
Rudson says great whites have personalities. They may be the top predator in the sea, but he says they are not the man-eating killers of our nightmares.
They sometimes bite.
Yes, the animals are not trying to actively kill you, they're trying to outwit you. There's a difference. And you're trying to outwit them again.
So there's a mental battle going on, or a mental game being played between you and the shark?
I believe so, yes.
I mean, that seems like the ultimate test of putting your life on the line.
I would like to think that it's the ultimate trust between the animal and myself.
You did say before, though, when we talked, that you expect to die at a young age.
Yeah, well, look at my lifestyle. I smoke too much, I drink too much, and I drive my car very fast.
So you don't expect to die from a great white?
No, no.